people, welcome back to the Hangout right here on channel 260. And also, just to apologize, we have had technical issues right there, but still, we are still sitting with Usis Lucia. And right now, we just want to hear from Izindo Azenzayo Ezingezinye, and also mhlambi angakasiqalele about how to take care of yourself as a brand and someone who is doing public speaking. So, Swam, are you still good at the Hangout?
I'm still good, yes. So some of the things involved Kuzongoku is becoming a brand ambassador. So as you are growing your brand, people want to align with it. So Liz Jam Knits contacted me. I've got Jewel Shoes and Lovisa Life for my skin. And they've seen the work that I'm doing, so they thought, you know what, you can assist us as well. So that's one of the other things in terms of being a brand. Number two, let's just be mindful what we're putting on social media.
Yeah.
Nobody delete it, it's still there. So So those are things we must be cognizant of in the public space. And it's no longer about you. Whatever you do is aligned with you and the company you have.
Lovely stuff, man. And also, I'm talking about social media. How do you get to manage to make sure that right now I'm treating myself as a brand, but right now I have to go back home because I'm still Mrs. and also be able to treat a family accordingly?
You know what? You must always ask yourself, is it necessary? Does everything need to be documented? Get personal life as a start. So on my social media, it's mostly and predominantly about lento ndiyenzai. So I would encourage that ingaske wohlule so that it's not affecting your brand, you know? So because people are also watching as well. You have to live your life at the end of the day. You know, there is a family life, there is your social life, but just be mindful because the social has a bearing on what you're doing. So be very mindful of that.
Lovely stuff, man. And also, I love the fact and the fact that you are talking. We give voice here about you trying to inspire the ones that are looking into getting into this industry. But specifically, let's talk to them, the ones that want to do public speaking. They can mention that's what I want to go into. But I get very scared when it comes to having to stand on stage and being able to speak to live audience that is giving me amehlo abo. Let's talk about that, and also how do you manage to get courage every time you have a gig?
So
Yeah.
I always believe in having a plan B. So if there's a way for you to harness a skill or get a qualification, and then as you're doing this public speaking, because sometimes you have a gig, sometimes you don't, you know what I mean? So that you are able to stand firm on, that is a skill. With the public speaking, empower yourself. Watch podcasts, you know, because the industry changes so that you remain relevant. And then what's going to set you apart as a person? Like, for instance, I hail from the Eastern Cape Tennis course.
Yeah.
If I have an audience, then I must be relatable. If it's a different audience, maybe learn a word or a sentence so that everyone feels included with process, you know. And also your other passions, like I'm the founding director of Kazimla Project, and we collect sanitary towels for young women. Izinto that as a person you give back, because I am, because others are, you know. And when you are in a position to shed light on something, okanye to gather, you know, information and resources, do that, because you can never know how big and so forth.
Lovely stuff, man. And also, you are mentioning in Dabayoba, you need to stay relevant. So now I want to hear from you as someone who is in the public eye and also doing these events. Let's talk about you and staying true to yourself and not trying to so hard to be relevant. Let's get to talk about that. And also, how can people try to get themselves back on track without losing a focus?
You know, zikhona izinto ezinhle azikhonhle for wena. People do things. People go to places. And even when you get a gig, is it aligned to my values, you know, and the type of, so, and there's something in you, apeta aman, not foreign, you know, and you are judged at times and so forth. And doesn't mean that you're better, but you must have a discerning spirit. That's number one. Number two, when you are out there and there's an opportunity for you to open a door for somebody else, do that. Refer other people. there are people better than you in whatever it is that you're doing. So Lomona, you're not going to mention other people. It's a disservice because you can't be at all places all the time. And sometimes it's not for me. And I'm a firm believer, whatever is meant for me will find me. Like, I'm right here now.
Lovely stuff, man. Lovely stuff. And also talking about finding, where can people actually get to find you on social media and also interact with you? Just quickly.
Yes, very quickly on Instagram, on Facebook, and on, via email as well. It's lucia.mchake_nchona, and they'll find me on those social media. Oh, and TikTok. Oh, I must still learn that one. Yeah. But on TikTok too, I'm there.
Lovely stuff, man. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me. Thanks for having me.
And gracing us, man. We truly got inspired, and also I've taken few tips for myself, and also I hope you guys at home manage to take tips for yourselves as well. But what we're going to do right now is we're going to go for an ad break. So please make sure that you guys definitely do not lose us, because Nati Asazun Loser will be coming right after this. Stay tuned. Beautiful people, welcome back from the ad break. And also right now we are still right onto our grey couch. And yes, you guys can simply find us on social media platforms. It is at Mpumakapa TV, and also our WhatsApp line, it is 0836900530. And yes, man, right now I'm sitting with a man that tends to be behind the cameras, but right now we're like, come in front, my brother, we want to hear your work. Well, everyone at home, please help me welcome AJ onto the Hangout. Welcome, man. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. Yourself?
I'm good. Let's get to talk about you and also the work that you're doing. You're a photographer. Let's get to talk about that.
Okay, so photography is like my passion, and we do videos also. We do actually everything, so it's audio, media, like this whole thing here in the studio, so we do all of that. But I mainly specialize in photography. So I studied at BLC Entertainment. I'm still studying actually, and I'm set to graduate now in March or April. So I'm excited, man, to like, you know, branch out and yeah.
Lovely stuff, man. Let's get to talk about, because you're mentioning that you actually went to school for it. But before you even go to school, there was a spark behind it. Let's get to talk about you and also you realizing that this is actually what I want to do for the rest of my life.
I love photography, and I used to take pictures on my phone, you know, take pictures here, take pictures there. But then it's like, okay, look, yeah, I'm enjoying this too much. Let me find like a source. Let me find a way to take pictures in the way I want to take it. Because, for instance, with the lenses, I can depict what people see. So with the snaps I take, I can make you see what you want to see. And ever since at the young age, when I was in my teens, I just fell in love with photography like all the way. And I don't want to stop. I don't want to stop. I'm enjoying myself.
Yeah, lovely stuff. And also, man, taking it back home, because mostly our parents want us to have the professional qualifications whereby it's either you're going to be a nurse, a teacher, something that is going to back you up. Let's get to talk about that when you break it down to them that actually this is now going to be my work.
Actually, my parents noticed that I have a passion for media. I would assist in church productions and all that stuff. And then my parents were like, look here, there's a company that wants you to study at, which is BLC Entertainment. Thank God for them. They're amazing people.
Lovely.
But my mom assisted me with helping me getting my qualifications and the things that I need to study at the facility. And they still have my support like all the way. And I don't think a lot of parents support the kids if they want to go into media because it's like, no, get a real job. Go be a doctor. Do this, do that. But I've just been getting a lot of support, and my parents always have my back. And they always encourage me also.
Lovely stuff, man. And also photography, the media side is a bit more complex and also a bit more complicated because some people tend to think that you just put in your tripod, put in your camera, press record, and that's that. Let's talk about the challenges that you got to face, and also how did you manage to make sure that you get out of that knowing exactly what happens when you are behind the camera?
Do you know what? This is a good question. So People just think I take the cam, I take a picture, and the client gets it. Nah,
Yeah.
I have to make sure my settings is proper, because my settings of the morning, which is like nice and bright, would not be the same as the night shoot.
Yeah.
So my settings, my ISO, my shutter speed, my aperture needs to be totally different. And a lot of clients, when I do these pictures, they're like, "Can you please send the raw pictures?" You don't want to see the raw pictures. Hence why you have to edit it. And it takes me about, say I'm doing a farewell gig, and I take about 900 pictures. That's how much pictures I'll take on the day. But the client's going to get 100. And then the client's like, "Can't I have some of this?" And I'm like, "No, you can't. If you want to see it, you're not going to want to hire me again." So that's a whole process, and editing is what makes the picture gorgeous.
Gorgeous.
Lovely stuff, man. And also, let's get to talk about you and marketing yourself out to the your clients, because of there's so many photographers. There are ones that went to school, there are ones that didn't go to school for it. So let's get to talk about you and mostly making sure that you stand out from the rest of the market.
I don't want to badmouth any photographers. I know a lot of photographers, and I'm not in competition with anyone. A lot of people think, seeing that you have, for instance, a high school, and your friend has a high school, now you guys are going to compete. Nah. So close to a lot of photographers. We assist each other. If one of my friends need assistance on a gig, I'll help out. If I need assistance, they'll help out. So I don't want to say it's competition, man. Now we all cool with one another, and yeah, we help each other wherever we can.
Lovely stuff, man. And also talking about your work, and also how do you make sure that it stays authentic and also it has an element of yours?
Do you know what now? You would know a Butterbrain photography pictures. You can see it, and you can't miss it, because wherever I go, people see me. And this is the first time, I think for a few years, where people see like, "Hey, yo, this is AJ who actually takes the pictures." Because no one knows who I really am. I'm like a mystery.
missed.
So now when people see me on a gig, they're like, "That's AJ." So I know he's going to take amazing pictures. And my tag is on everywhere, whichever work I do. Sometimes I don't add the tag, but people already know AJ did this. Especially with Slate. Like Slate can post any picture. People will know this is AJ's work.
Yeah. Lovely stuff, man. And also, earlier on, you mentioned that as photographers, you guys collaborate. Let's get to talk about the collaboration within the space, and also how are your views into it, and also what ways are you trying to make sure that the person who comes to you with clueless information, you get to mentor them and also make sure that they go out there better than before?
Actually, there's this guy that I'm actually texting. He is a young guy, and he reminds me of myself. Actually, he's very persistent. Messages me 24/7, and sometimes too late, like 3 o'clock at night. But I'm helping him because he also has a hunger for photography and videography, and with advice on buying a camera, advice to editing, advice on composing a picture, the angles and everything, I really help out. And with my friends also, certain gigs that I'll get, say for instance, I'm doing a boardwalk event, and the gig requires 3 photographers. So myself, I cannot do it alone. So I would either contact Pumolo, which runs Jens Sterling Media. So me and him, we're like this. If you see Pumolo, you see me. And we reach out to dozens of photographers. We reach out to Mogul Photography. That's also one of my closest friends, and he's also one that helps me out. Hadrian Photography, which is OMH Photography, O'Reilly Photography. So I know a lot of people. There's a lot of people that's names that I can't remember, and now they're probably gonna hate me because of this. But I know them on a personal level, which is their names. So wherever I go, I always reach out and I help them.
Lovely stuff, man. And also, before I let you go, I want us to dab onto the issue that most people tend to say that, you know what, photography, I'd rather take pictures with my phone, use vivid filter. Let's get to talk about your pricing, guys, and also why do you believe that it's very expensive?
Okay, so
just give some light to people.
Okay, so for instance, let me just say, a normal iPhone is about what? The price is about, say, 10 grand for like an iPhone X or whatever. So the iPhone itself takes great pictures, but you can't really edit it because a lot of information's gone. So for instance, with a cam, Fujifilm X-T20. So the body of the cam is about, say, 11,000. Lens will push you back to about 35,000. And that's just a stock prime lens. And a lot of equipment on a cam is extremely expensive, hence why the prices are going to go up. Because every year my prices go up. And people think, yeah, you probably like spend the money and buy cars. No, I buy more equipment so I can take on more gigs.
Lovely stuff, man. And also on social media, just quickly, we don't have much time. Just quickly, where can people get hold of you on socials?
You can get me on Instagram, Boete Benz Photography, TikTok, Boete Benz Photography, Google me, Boete Benz Photography, and then also on Facebook, Boete Benz Photography.
Lovely stuff, man. Thank you so much for
Thank you
coming
for
on to
having
the
me.
Hangout. Truly appreciate you being here. Well, everyone, you had from the man himself as to where can you actually get to book him to come and capture those moments for you. And also, he does high resolution quality work. So please make sure that you guys definitely contact him. But Tina Indo Sayenza Goko is we're going to take you guys to a short, quick ad break. But please make sure that you guys definitely do not go anywhere because we'll be right back. Stay tuned. Beautiful people, welcome back from the ad break. And also, right now, we are sitting with the man that is behind the business and also Zakastlele Lubanzi about his business and also what he does. Well, beautiful people, he is not on studio. We have him on the Zoom and also we're going to be talking to him virtually. So please make sure that you guys are listening and also checking out this next interview that I'm going to be having with Conrad Ndlovu right here on the Hangout. But before that, let us welcome him onto the Hangout. Welcome, Puti Kunjani. Conrad, are you good?
Good
Hi.
afternoon, good afternoon, Zinhle, and good
Afternoon,
afternoon to you.
man. Are you doing good?
Oh, thank you. How are you?
Lovely stuff. I am good as well. Let's get to it, man. For people at home who actually don't know you and also would love to know you even more, let's get to talk about the type of work that you're doing and who are you basically.
Yeah, my name is Conrad Ndlovu, based in Johannesburg. I have former experience in the executive education space, insurance space as well. And currently, I'm working for DVA as a pre-incubation consultant where I assist individuals that go through our programs with developing their ideas into investable and viable startups. So that's the current work that I'm currently doing with DVA, and we are mostly focused on candidates from disadvantaged communities.
Lovely stuff, man. And also talking about focusing on to underprivileged candidates that are coming from within our communities. Let's get to talk about the services that you actually get to offer them. What are those? And also what is the assistance that you're actually offering to them?
Yeah. So I guess it'd be wise to start and give you a bit of context about what DVA is. So DVA is a technology company that was founded with the aim of building capacity and capability for digital transformation in Africa. And this is through skills either for employment or entrepreneurship. So when we talk about skills, we offer digital courses mainly around data science, AI, machine learning, and software development. So we get the candidates to enroll on those courses and they get to take those courses and during those courses, we have work integrated experience in the courses where the candidates do not only walk away with a certificate, but they walk away with a portfolio that proves the work experience that they would have gained during the program.
Lovely stuff, man. And let's get to talk about these candidates and also the requirements that are required for them to be able to qualify within this program. Let's get to talk about the requirement aspects of it.
Yes. So the normal candidates that would go through our youth campus, where they would find, for example, if they are not able to afford to pay for the courses themselves, they would have to go through the youth campus where they could find opportunities where they would get sponsored learning. And the requirements for those programs is that, they need to have metric as a minimum requirement, and then need to have any criminal records. And what we normally do is that on the recruitment process, we take the candidates through a series of aptitude assessments where we get to understand their numerical reasoning, their behavioral, and their critical thinking. And then we use those results to sort of like make recommendations on a path that they are most likely to do well in. And after that, they get, for example, if you do well in numeracy and we determine that you could do well in software development, then we make a recommendation that you need to do software development. Then you go through the program for about 6 months. And then at the end of the program, we then ask you to make a choice whether you want to go through the employment route or you want to go through the entrepreneurship route, where also other qualifying requirements, you will need to go another process that would qualify you for your exit stream.
Lovely stuff, man. And also, when it happens that someone already has the passion and they coming to you guys to ask for assistance in terms of going into the entrepreneur space without having to come to you for the training services, how do they go about? Do you guys cater for those?
So the process that they would need to present a business case, and of which we assist them with that, with building that business case. They will need to identify a local challenge that they could potentially solve with the skill that they have. And the solution needs to have enough potential to scale beyond their local borders. For example, if someone is building a solution for Port Elizabeth, then we require that the solution needs to have enough potential to be applicable in Gauteng, also in Free State, and also in KZN, so that there could be a market that they could serve.
Lovely stuff.
So a business case is essentially what we require for you to qualify.
Lovely stuff, man. And also, let's get to talk about the people that actually want to enter into the space and also explore it. But you did mention that you are in Johannesburg right now. How can they get to be involved and also be part of it within their own towns and own cities?
DVA is a platform-driven company, so all our learning is facilitated through our learning platforms that we developed in-house, and to show sort of like the impact that we are making. The developers that are taking care of these platforms are candidates that came through our programs that were facilitated by the youth campus. So our learning is consumed online anywhere in the country or anywhere in the continent. The candidates just have to go through our recruitment. They can look out on our socials for opportunities and apply there. And if they qualify and they get onboarded, they'll be able to take the learnings at the comfort of their homes or anywhere where they like or they feel comfortable.
Lovely stuff, man. And also, are you guys targeting specific industries, work areas? For instance, let's say maybe they want to do engineering, they want to do forestry, or even agriculture.
Yeah, so ours is mostly focused on the digital skills, right? And these are aligned with the fourth industrial revolution and digital transformation and what's currently happening in the space. So the courses that you would find are mostly data science, full stack. It's mostly short courses, 6 months to 12 months, depending on how your path is tailored. So wouldn't really, offer anything outside of that. But for those that are interested in those, we are really open and keen to assist them into getting into the space and eventually maybe ending up working in the banking space or working in the telecom space. Or if you get opportunities in the insurance space as well. So ours is mostly technology driven.
Lovely stuff, man. And also, I just want to go back quickly to the question that I had prior on our conversation, where when someone comes to you guys, can they come with the intention of asking for a sort of funding from you?
Unfortunately, we do not offer funding upfront, but for those candidates that go through our program, the pre-incubation program, we do assist them in raising funds once they get to a point where they validated their market, they validated the problem that they are solving. For an example, the first cohort that we started with, we managed to raise over 6 million rand so that they could use that funding to build their solutions. So we do not offer funding upfront, but we use our ecosystem to try and assist the guys to build their solutions.
Lovely stuff, man. Thank you so much for joining us right here on the Hangout. And also, lastly, before we close it off, where can people actually get to find you guys and also social media details? How do we go about it?
They can find us on LinkedIn, DVA Youth Campus, and also on Facebook, it's DVA Youth Campus. So those are the socials where we are mostly active and where they can find us. And thank you for having me on the show and appreciate the opportunity.
Thank you so much, man. Take care. And yes, lovely people, that was Conrad in Ndlovu. And also, you guys, we managed to speak about all things that had to revolve umsebenzi wakhe. But what we're going to do right now is we're going to take a short, quick ad break, and then we'll be right back. So please make sure that you guys stay tuned, because class we are more, and also stay tuned. Beautiful people, welcome back from the ad break. And yes, you are still tuned in with us right here on the Hangout on channel 260. And also, we are available on social media platforms. Social media platforms, it is at Mpumakapa TV. And also, our WhatsApp line, it is 0836900530. And also, if you guys want to find yourselves onto our Grey Couch, all you have to do is to send us an email at info at mpumakapatv.co.za, and simply like that, you can also be finding yourself right here on our couch. And right now, I have someone who is a comedian, and also he's someone who makes sure that he entertains us when he is invited to the gigs, and also entertains us also onto social media platforms. And I am talking about Uputsia Becha right here on the Hangout. Welcome, Puti kunjani namhlanje?
Siyabulela sisakhonto inkosi kunjani kuni?
Siyabulela nathi for taking time uzosivizithela namhlanje. And also, man, let's get to talk about you. People do know you on social media, but abakwazi uba ungubani kanye kanye. Let's get to talk about uba wena ungubani.
Siyabonga ligama lami lokubheka nguBecha Ifani. Ndinguchangisa Sikhomo Rhuduluzo lomhlatyana, but abantu abaninzi ke badla ngofuna ukwazi uba unguBecha uphinde ube ngumgwevu, because oBecha ngamaqethe. So uBecha ke surname kamama endisebenzise ID kodwa ke nguBlow lo, so that is why yazi mosabangwevu yeah. So ndizelelwe ke eTinarha, ndakhulela eTinarha, zonke izinto zami ndizenzela eTinarha, ndolukele khona ndafundela khona and everything, ndisahlala khona eTinarha kwa area 11 eGunguluza.
Lovely stuff, man. And also, as someone osuka eTinarha and you decide uba I want to get into the media space. Ndifuna uba semehlweni abantu. Let's get to talk about that. Was it something okwakudala unayo to entertain, to make people laugh kwakudala back in school?
Yeah. Usatsho ke kwakudala back in school, because umna zange ndiziqaphele ngendaba yoku-entertaina uba yinto elapha kum. But kungona ndiyibona xa abantu bekhomenta kwi-post zam that yo lo mfana ke kwasesikolweni ke, but mina ngela xesha ndandingayiqapheli into yokuba ndikuyo lento. Yes, until ndanothiswa ke ngabantu. And then bakhona ke abantu, omnye wabo nguOndela Damane, i-comedian owaye wantatsha bahamba but siyabheja ka uzama i-comedy mfondini, because ugood man ndiyakubona unaso isakhono yabo. Siyabonga Ncungutha abantu besport, because last time ke ngoku before ndibe kanti ndizovuma kuOndela ndatatshwa nguSiyabonga Ncungutha esithi kum bafondini funeke wenze event man ye-comedy yabo, because apha eTinarha azikho comedians, sisabona wena thini yabo. So nalapho ndambambisa until uOndela wanyanzela into yoba ngabana fondini let's do comedy. Then we started ilentika ke ngoku i-stand up comedy, ndasiqala kwathi etavern kwalanto kwakunzima.
No, kwakutsale kanzima.
Kwakunzima.
But you are here namhlanje.
Yeah.
Let's get to talk about the journey when you actually got into it, and also how did you manage to overcome challenges oye wathi wadibana nazo apha endleleni?
Yeah. Into endincedileyo kukustika kwi-comedians especially ezalapha eBhayi.
Okay.
Because as bandisitsho musipha eTinarha ba zikhona i-comedians but azihoyanga indaba ye-comedy. So ndancedakala ke ngokuthi nqa kwi-comedians zangapha kweli cala laseBhayi, ooDoski, oofayindlala, ontsikaqha, oodabane, kayinto yoba uyabona nangoku indinceda kakhulu because ngoku ndikunye ne-Fair Plus Comedy, yabo. So i-Fair Plus Comedy ke ngabantu kudala ke babakhona bona oNdlangisa noMpehle kule nantsika kule industry. So ke ngoku ndikunye nabo and ikhula ke ngoku indaba yami ye-comedy because ndingena into acting ke ngoku. Uyabo? And ke yona ke mshem indaba ye-acting ndandingazi nayo ukuba mhlawumbi ndinaso kwa isakhono sayo i-acting le until kwabakhona ke ii-classes ezenziwa yi-Eastern Cape Film Festival kaBhuti Nceba Mqolomba wasibamba iilantsika ii-classes ze-acting phaa kuthi eTinarha ndabe kanti ke ngoku ndiyaqala uba ngathi ndiyangena kulapho ke ndazovela khona ke ngoku Gqeberha the Empire. Yes.
Lovely.
So zinto nje ezikhawulezileyo.
Lovely.
Yeah.
And also, because my next question I was going to ask you about indaba yakho ye-acting, right? You mentioning that it was something wawungekho sure nawe kuyo uba unayo, but yade yaziveza yona ngokwayo. Let's get to talk about you and embracing it now and making sure that you are continuing nayo, and also unayo uyithathela ingqalelo and make sure that it becomes a successful, because it's a successful xa ukhe wanxumana nayo noGqeberha the Empire.
Yeah, and ke ndiyithathele kakhulu kum because of ezinye ii-challenges endizibone ndingene kuzo yangathi ndinovele ndiyeke man kwa into edibene ne-social media, but I managed to overcome ezo challenges. So then I had to ke ngoku into yokuba ndisendiqhubekeka nayo. So that's why ubona ndiqhubeka ndifaka even nefamily yam ke ngoku kule nto, because ndiyabona into yokuba ngabana even indlela endisebenzisene kunye ngayo nezinye ii-comedians and ii-actors, yabo, andithi kusebenza nabantu uba nezinto ozifundayo kubo, kusebenza nabantu uba nezinto ozifundayo kubo. So ndathatha phaa naphaa because kule ndawo ndikuyo ngoku ndiyabala nto neMelo Agency TV zindidibanise nabantu abakhulu abafana noLiyanqaba, oTafaya, obani. So now ke ngoku ndiyanyanzeleka into yokuba ndingaphumi at all but ndingene deep.
Lovely stuff, man. And also, talking about umsebenzi wako, let's get to talk about abantu xa bekufunayo to come to the event, because into yenzayo naleyo to come to MC kwi-events zabantu. How can people actually get to bakufumane? Ziziphi ezankcukacha zizo kanye, because of we tend to ignorishe inboxes. Let's get to talk about that.
Yeah. Isikakhulu ke mna ke ndifumaneka phaa kuFacebook because ixesha elininzi ndibakhona phaa kuFacebook nakuWhatsApp. Inamba yam ihleli nje ikhona. Yes, ikhona nenye ipage entsha ngoku isandoyivula ethi The Batchers. Uyabo, la page nayo ke sayisebenzisa kakhulu for especially uku-update ke ngezinto esizenzayo, because ikhona ipost ebendisandoyiposta ngoku yezinto esizenzayo thina siyi-The Batchers phaa endlini. Yes, and everything. So kuFacebook abantu bangandifumana then bazokwazi ke ngokukwazi undifumana nakule nto kwi-inbox.
Lovely stuff, man. Ndiyabulela kakhulu ngozosijoyina apha, but unfortunately ixesha lutshaba. Well, bhuti siyabulela kakhulu. And mhlawumbi sodibana, but beautiful people, what we're going to do right now is we're going to take you guys to a quick short ad break. Please make sure that you guys stay tuned, because we're still bringing more, so you don't want to miss it. Stay tuned. Beautiful people, welcome back from the ad break. And also, right now, what's happening is that we just want to do a quick check-ins, and also I'm doing check-ins with you to hear from you as to how was the festive season for you, and also since we are still on to the new year and getting things done accordingly, what are you planning to do for the year? And also maybe I can share a few of mine. This year I just want to save my money. This year I want to be big on to saving, and also just equip myself with more skills and making sure that I flourish in life, man. And also what is currently trending right there on social media and also into other people's world. We are currently having the cricket 20 that is currently on its way, and also maybe there might be some things that we might do for you guys so that you can be part of the cricket 20. So please make sure that you guys definitely stay tuned and also glued onto the Hangout, because Tina, you do know that we definitely do not leave you guys hanging, but always bring you nice things. And also for this year, we are definitely going to make sure that we bring you guys the best of the best content that you guys need at home, and it's going to be a beautiful one. There's going to be changes, so please make sure that you guys definitely bear with us, because it's definitely going to be a growth and a year to be within our bags. And yes, I'm reading on to your comments, just few. Asavi uti, we love the Hangout, and then Kate uti, it's 2025, baby. And also lastly, Umandi Oti, yes, we are live. And yes, you guys do know that this is a live broadcast. And Utumi Uti, business, let's talk it and let's get it. And then lastly, for sure, Utoko Yena Uti, this is such a perfect show for you to find out valuable information. True to that, Toko, it's truly the right show, and also the right place and the right slot, and also with the right people, which is myself, Uzinhlekneza. And also you can find us on social media. It is at Mpumakapa TV and Gemnage Dinguye Untlenhle _ and otherwise Maska City. Bye bye. We'll see you guys Wednesday. Bye.